Welcome to Daily Dose Radio, a 5-minute devotional podcast studying the Psalms verse by verse. Broadcast from the ever-beautiful Sharonville, Ohio, on the sunny side of Cincinnati. Hey there, friends. Welcome back to Daily Dose Radio. Boy, have I got a dandy for you this week. Psalm 80. We're just going to jump right into it today because there's a lot here that I've got to cover before we can even really move forward with Psalm 80. We'll begin with the introduction. The introduction to the psalm says, "To the chief musician upon Shoshanim Eduth," a psalm of Asaph. Shoshanim Eduth could possibly connect several other psalms with this one. 45 and 60, both of those psalms talk about the lilies, the Shushan. Here we have Shushanim. And Eduth is a testimony. I think it's Psalm 60 has the word testimony in it. So the testimony of the lilies, possibly. This could connect those other psalms with this one, but they're kind of alike, but not really. So it's hard to say. It could be that this is a tune name. The testimony of the lilies could just be a tune name. It's of the chief musician, so the chief musician is here still the one who's putting these together, or the choir master, as I like to translate that. And it's a psalm of Asaph. So we have another psalm from Asaph here. There's a lot of background that is in this psalm. We have things that we need to pay attention to right off the bat. Number one, we have a refrain that repeats 3 times, possibly 4. I'll get into that fourth possibility later on in the week. But we find them in verses 3, 7, and 19. The word shine, cause thy face to shine, is in each one of those refrains. And then we begin the psalm out in verse 1 by saying, "O shepherd of Israel, thou that leadest Joseph like a flock, thou that dwellest between the cherubims, shine forth." That shine, it sets the stage for the rest of the psalm. I think what we have here is something rather thematic. This idea that God is going to shine forth and cause His face to shine on His people should make us think of something that we're probably all very familiar with, and that is the Aaronic blessing that was given to Aaron back in Numbers chapter 6. Numbers chapter 6, verses 20 through 27, says, "And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto Aaron and to his sons, saying, On this wise shall you bless the children of Israel, saying unto them, The Lord bless thee and keep thee. The Lord make his face shine upon thee, and be gracious unto thee. The Lord lift up his countenance upon thee, and give thee peace. And they shall put my name upon the children of Israel, and I will bless them." So if you look at that passage, Numbers 6, 22 through 27, verse 25 is the verse that contains the idea of God's face shining on the people. I think what the psalmist has done here is he's taken that Aaronic blessing from Numbers chapter 6, and he's written an entire psalm around that idea of God's face shining. So the Lord make his face shine upon thee and be gracious unto thee. And that's exactly what the psalmist wants to happen in Psalm 80. And there's some beautiful language here, too. We have a little bit of a parable in here as well. We'll talk about that later on in the week. So let me go ahead and read for you verses 1, 2, and 3. "Give ear, O shepherd of Israel, thou that leadest Joseph like a flock, thou that dwellest between the cherubims, shine forth. Before Ephraim and Benjamin and Manasseh, stir up thy strength. Come and save us. Turn us again, O God, and cause thy face to shine, and we shall be saved." Do you see how in that refrain in verse 3, we have the entire force of that Aaronic blessing there? God's face shining and grace being dispensed to the people. So, salvation here in verse 3. Turn us again, O God. So, the shepherd of Israel is the one who's being invoked. He's asked to shine forth, and then in verse 3, we have the refrain that occurs 3 full times, 3, 7, and 19. Turn us again, O God, and cause thy face to shine, and we shall be saved. Join me again tomorrow, and we'll pick up here in verses 4 and read down through verse 7 on Daily Dose Radio. Hey there, friends. Just wanted to remind you to go out and get yourself a copy of my new book, Christianity to the Life, by Cotton Mather, edited by me, David Smith. You can find it at Amazon. It's a paperback. It's also in Kindle form, so you can get it for your Kindle or you can get it for your library at home, however you'd like to have it. If you do, I really would appreciate if you would write a review after reading it. Let me know what you think. And it's a really good book. It'll encourage your Christian walk with the Lord. So go out and get Christianity to the Life today on Amazon. Thanks for listening to Daily Dose Radio. I'm David Smith. The music today has been performed by the Bluegrass Experiment. Thanks again for listening. I'll see you next time on Daily Dose Radio.